A few years ago, I had a dream. I was at a church, but we were watching a play. We were watching a musical. It was a musical based on the book of Acts in the Bible. We were watching these people on stage portraying the early church as seen in the book of Acts. They were sharing everything in common with one another. They were healing the sick. They were casting out demons. They were raising the dead. They were preaching the gospel, and people were standing up from all over the auditorium and joining them on stage as their numbers grew. Nothing could stop them as they proclaimed the kingdom of God, and their numbers continued to grow, and God was with them, working in them and through them and around them. But then as the dream progressed, things began to change. Suddenly, we were no longer watching a play, but we were at a normal, modern-day worship service. The early church on stage was gone, and they were replaced by a band, and everyone in the audience stood up and began singing worship songs. I was in the audience, but instead of joining them in singing these worship songs, I began to pray. And as I began to pray, I began to cry. I began to feel this deep emotional pain that I can't even begin to describe. It was like someone I knew had died. It was like I had been betrayed. And as I began to feel more and more pain, I fell to my knees, I put my head to the ground, and I began to sob. And I was heaving through sobs, trying to catch my breath, and the pain was just so intense. And then I heard someone to my left say, "Is everything okay?" And I heard someone on my right say, "His wife just left him." And then I woke up. And then in that moment, the Lord said to me, "You have been asking for my heart, and you felt what I feel. My bride has abandoned me." I kept thinking about that dream and what he said all night long as I tried to fall back asleep. It kept swirling through my mind. But I didn't really know what to do with it. I remembered that dream for a few weeks, but as the weeks turned to months, eventually I forgot. 2 years later, almost to the day, I saw the exact same dream. I was in the same church, in the same auditorium, watching the same play. I saw the same early church on stage and the same people joining them as their numbers grew. I saw that same early church disappear and get replaced with the same modern church worship service. I heard the same songs being sung, and I felt the same emotional pain. I heard the same person to my left say, "Are you okay?" And the same person to my right say, "His wife just left him." But this time I knew what was happening. I remembered the dream. It all came back to me, and I remembered what the Lord had said to me. And then I woke up. This time when I woke up, the Lord said, "Tell my people how they have committed adultery."